In this video, I'm going to be going over some of the questions that are in your Math TCAP Practice Classic. As a reminder, I sent out on Friday the 5th an email that has these two answer documents in it that I am asking you to print out to practice bubbling. You are not bubbling the ones on the front page. These are just examples of what they look like so you understand. Okay, so again, that email was sent out last Friday. A reminder too, whenever you see this symbol here with a calculator that is crossed out, it means that you will not have a calculator for that type of question on the actual test. Okay, so on your bubble sheet or your answer document, this would be number 5. A pattern starts with 3 and follows the rule add 4. Select the two numbers which belong in this pattern. So we did cover a few of these in class, but I wanted to review those here again. You can skip ahead if you do not need these particular questions. Okay, so we know that this pattern starts at 3. It says to add 4. On my scrap paper, I am going to write out this pattern. I'm starting at 3. I know to add 4. 4 plus 3, 7 is my next number in my pattern. Add 4. 7 plus 4 is 11. 11 is my next number in the pattern. I'm going to keep going until I find 2 answer choices. I already see one answer choice, 7. By looking at the other answer choices, I know that if I'm adding 4 to 11, then 12 and 13 are not going to be an answer. I also know that 4 is not going to be an answer. So my only possible answer left should be 23. But I'm going to continue my pattern just to double check myself. 11 plus 4 is 15. Plus 4 more, 19. And if I add 4 more from 19, that gives me 23. So here I have found the 2 answer choices by writing out that pattern. Number 9, which of the following numbers are prime? It's telling us to find 3 correct answers. Prime numbers are those I can only multiply that number times 1, and that's it. There are no other factors to equal that number. So 2 is a prime number. 1 times 2, that's all I can do. 9 is not a prime number because I can say 1 times 9, but I can also say 3 times 3. 13. 13 is a prime number. 15. 15 is not a prime number. It is a composite number because I can say 5 times 3 or 1 times 15. So that leaves me with those 3 answer choices, A, C, E. Number 13 on your answer document is a comparison. It says an incomplete comparison. That just means that we don't know what symbol to use here yet. It says, Devin says 13,426 is greater. Bill says 12,389 is greater. Who is correct and why? The first thing I want to do on my scrap paper is take these numbers and stack them. This is going to help me see that first place where they are different. If I'm starting from my largest place, there's a 1 in both the 10,000s position. If I move over here, I see the first place that is different is that thousands place. 3 is greater than 2. So 13,426 is greater, which also means that Devin is correct. If I know that, I can eliminate choice M and P because we know Bill is not correct. Then I'm going to look at the reasons why Devin could be correct. Is it because the hundreds digit and the number is greater? Or is it because the thousands digit is greater? Well, by stacking them, I see it's the thousands digit. So S is our correct answer. Next slide. Number 6 on your answer document. What is the value of 4,056 plus 2,173. So I see that I'm adding these two numbers. On my scrap paper, I'm going to write out that work. That's why I'm saying show your work. Anywhere where I mention to show your work, it's a good place to think about writing it out on your scrap paper. So I have 4,056, 2,173. I made sure to stack them based on their place value. Starting from that smallest place, 6 plus 3, 9. 5 plus 7, that gives me 12. So I need to make sure that I carry that 1, 12. Then I have 1 plus 0 plus 1, which is 2. And then 4 plus 2, which is 6. On my answer document, I'm only going to write the final answer in that space, 6,229. Make sure you line these digits up correctly. You remember to carry if you need to. And then when you do carry, make sure you add that carried over number. This was one of the harder questions on this example sheet here for practice. So number 7 on your answer document. Which expression can be used to correctly find the product of 27 and 30? Well, we know that this word product means multiplication. So this is saying what is 27 times 30. But if I look at my answer choices, I'm not just solving for 27 times 30. Notice that this is one that you will get without a calculator. This type of question is trying to find out if you understand how you could solve 27 and 30 using place value. So if I know my place value facts, 27 is the same thing as having 2 tens, or the value of 20, plus 7 ones. If I look at my answer choices here, I can see that only 2 of them show that 27 has a value of 2 tens. So I've been able to eliminate 2 answer choices just understanding my place value. Now what this is doing is using the distributive property. They're taking the 2 tens and then multiplying it by the 30. Then they're taking 7 tens and multiplying it by 30. If I look at my answer choices here, I can see that R is the only one that shows me doing that. 2 tens times 30, and then those 7 ones times 30. They've broken up 27 to make it a little bit easier, and then they add those partial products. If I look at M is not correct because they're asking us to multiply 20 times 7. There's nothing in here saying that we should multiply 20 and a 7. We have 20 and a 3, but no 20 times 7. So R is our correct answer. Number 19 is a similar question, but notice you are allowed to use a calculator. It says Caleb baked 12 batches of chocolate chip cookies. There were 16 cookies in each batch. Look for those key words, each. Think about this as a picture in your head. If each batch, so if I had one cookie sheet and there were 16 cookies on that one sheet, but then I made 12 batches, that's asking me to multiply 12 times 16 to find out what the total amount of cookies Caleb baked is. Okay, again, this is one that you're going to use your scrap paper on because you will, or you can use your calculator. Okay, so if I punched it into my calculator, I would do 12, the multiplication symbol, then 16, and I would get the answer of 192. Now, if I wanted to do this on my paper and just check it with my calculator, I could do that as well, if I have time. I could take one of these numbers and break it up and say, well, 12 is the same thing as 1 10 and 2 ones, and then multiply each of those by 16. just like that question above. Okay, then add those partial products. Or if you know the long way, the algorithm, you could do it that way as well. Okay, but again, if you have the calculator available to you, try to use it or use it to check your answers. Number 23 on your answer document. Ramona bought 17 shirts for the soccer team. Each shirt cost $12. There's that key word again. We have 17 shirts, and every single one of those shirts cost $12. That's like saying $12 plus $12 plus $12 17 times. It's asking us for what the total cost is. So in this case, we are also solving for the answer of 17 times 12. Okay. Again, this would be an example of one you would have your calculator on. But let's go ahead and work this out 2 different ways just in case. I'm going to first use this algorithm way. 7 times 2 is 14. Carry that 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus that 1 is 3. Okay, I'm moving my place value over to the tens place. So I'm going to add a 0 here. Then 1 times 7 is 7, and 1 times 1 is 1. I'm going to add those partial products. 4 plus 0 is 4. 3 plus 7, 10. Carry that 1. And then 1 plus 1 is 2. So I can see that it's 204. Let's solve this a different way. If I take 17 and I break it up to 10 and 7 ones, and then I'm going to take this 12 here and multiply each of those parts by 12. I'm going to end up adding my partial products when I'm done. Well, what's 10 times 12? Well, it's 120 because I'm just adding that 0. Okay. What's 7 times 12? Well, I know 7 times 10 is 70 plus 2 more. So 7 times 12 is 84. Now I'm going to add these partial products together. I can stack them if I need to. 0 plus 4 is 4. 2 plus 8 is 10. I got to carry that 1. Then 1 plus 1 is 2. So again, I get that same answer, $204.